So it's no secret the Giants got off to a bad start this year. The Giants are currently standing at 1-5. They had high expectations to be one of the better teams in the NFC East, one of the better teams in the NFC, and in the whole NFL. After last year winning a playoff game, which is something they haven't done since 2012, the Giants were looking to improve, and they just haven't done it. A big speculation and big controversy in the offseason was signing Saquon Barkley to a deal. They ended up not getting a contract extension done. Now they're only down to a one-year deal. This is a big thing looming into the season, and now after a 1-5 start, Saquon Barkley is one of the biggest trade candidates around the league. It's no secret the Giants are probably not going to make it to the playoffs at this point. It's no secret that the Giants don't need to keep Saquon Barkley, knowing that he's only limited to 1 year on this contract. After this year, do they really want to command more money to a running back that they weren't willing to pay after a big year last year? It's hard to see that happening. We're going to be diving into that, man. If you haven't already, subscribe down below. Road to 10K still active, man. Like the video. Comment down below your thoughts. I've been a little away, and I normally drop like 4 videos a week. But it's been a little slow. I got something in the works, man. Just know that if this goes through, whenever this goes through, it's going to be big for the channel. So I hope you guys stay tuned for that, man. But once again, diving into Saquon Barkley. If you haven't been following my channel, Saquon Barkley is my favorite player on this team in terms of his values on and off the field, what he brings to the locker room. I think Saquon Barkley has been a class act ever since he's been drafted. But as we know, Saquon Barkley, as of reasonably late and also for most of his tenure with the Giants, you're going to remember him for his injuries. You're going to remember his best year in his rookie year. I think that was his best year personally. His rookie year, he went crazy, receptions-wise, rushing-wise, 2,000 scrimmage yards. He was looking like what he was going to be coming out of college. He was supposed to be a highly touted running back, and you even seen our GM at that time was saying he's going to be in a gold jacket at the end of his career. Who knows what's going to happen, because later on he did end up getting some injuries, ankle injuries, ACL injury, all of that stuff going on, man. Saquon Barkley this season, he had a great game in Arizona, helped putting the team on his back, and then he gets hurt late. That he's missing some games. Heading into the season, we thought Saquon Barkley was going to be an afterthought, especially with the weapons that we added. And it hurts to quote because I really thought the weapons was going to be great. Waller, Campbell, all these guys. Campbell's out here getting limited snaps now. It's crazy that the situation that we're in. I really didn't expect it. But Saquon Barkley was looked at as being an afterthought, and I knew, hey, Saquon Barkley is still that dude. Like, he's going to be able to come out here. People are going to focus on Darren Waller, focus on all these other players, and Saquon Barkley's going to end up going crazy. Now, Saquon Barkley is kind of just like the only thing that they're worried about, especially with how Daniel Jones has looked, especially with how Waller has looked, and this offensive line is not able to block for anybody, let alone Saquon Barkley or Daniel Jones or Tyrod Taylor. No matter who's back there, nobody is safe. And you've seen that this past game against the Bills. At first half, I was like, man, there's no way Saquon Barkley's going to stay on this team. There's just absolutely no way. He can't run because he has no blocking. There was bad holes. They said it on the broadcast. His average expected yards was like 1.8 or 2.6, some low number like that. And obviously on a team that needs to run the ball to try to stay in the game at least a little bit, when they can't sit back and throw, and only having that much expected yardage, it's a recipe for disaster. Saquon Barkley, I always said it since he was drafted, he never got the full opportunity in a proper team, in my opinion, in terms of having a decent O-line. He's always had a subpar O-line every single year of his career. Every single year. Last year not against the run, last year with the run, we were actually one of the better teams. I think Daniel Jones definitely helped out with that a lot. But if we had at least decent guard play, who knows what his career in the Giants would have been. And talking in this manner, it does make it seem like Saquon Barkley is gone already. I'm just here to let y'all know I think it's going to happen. I think so. There's no reason for me to think that it wouldn't happen, especially considering the Giants they're not playing well right now. They're not playing well. He's on a 1-year deal. Knowing how they handle his business in the offseason, why would they not try to trade him in this deadline? Because we know he's going to be a hot commodity. I still think he's a top 5 running back in this league. Some people might call me crazy for that, but I still think he has the ability to. I understand some injuries plagued him a little bit, and even I didn't like his jumping around and tiptoeing that he was doing in the first half. If an O-line is able to block for him and give him a little crease, he's able to take that and at least make 20, 30 yards out of it, and you saw it against the Bills when they had those 2 trap plays that worked. Saquon Barkley, I think, is still an effective runner. And for the Giants right now, we're a team that we expected to compete, and who knows, these next 2 games are going to be really telling. the Jets and the Commanders. These next 2 games are going to be really telling to see where this team is at. And am I going to say if we win these 2 games, we're definitely back on track? It's a step. It's a step in the right direction. But I definitely think if you see us lose these next 2 games, I don't see us holding on to Saquon Barkley. At that point, it's just an asset that we could have taken advantage of and tried to trade away for some picks because we know we're not going to be able to compete this year. And we just have to be real with ourselves, man. It's taking a lot of deep diving and thinking about when it comes to the Giants. And once again, after a start like that, why keep Saquon Barkley? Why keep Leonard Williams? Why keep Adoree Jackson? Now, Leonard Williams, I don't think he's going to have that much of a market. But those other 2 players, Adoree and Saquon, I definitely think they will. Let me know down below if you guys would trade Saquon Barkley and try to get any assets that you can. I think with how they handle the business in the offseason, they're going to keep it strictly business. I understand Saquon has came out, and he even said it after in a couple interviews saying that I don't want to get traded. You know, I have a family here. I have other resources here. And obviously, this is a team that he's been drafted to, and he's been trying to win for this team. But we got to be real with ourselves. We only had 1 winning season. That was last season. 1 winning season with Saquon Barkley on this roster. And it sucks because I do think he was an extreme talent, a generational player, and we never took advantage of it. And with these next 2 games, if they lose these next 2 games, it's going to get rowdy. The locker room is going to get upset. And who knows, maybe trading away a player like Saquon Barkley would even get this locker room even more of a mess. But can you blame the front office? Can you blame anybody? You can blame them for this start, but can you blame them for not trying to trade away assets, trying to get back picks, and possibly try to continue to build this team up? That's just my thoughts on it. And I'll tap into this real quick, man. If Daniel Jones is healthy, he's playing for the Giants. No ifs, no ands, no buts. Not because of the money. At the end of the day, we know what Tyrod Taylor is. And I will say this. Tyrod Taylor did look decent against the Bills. And I'm not trying to undermine his performance. I think he did play well. But overall, this offense still didn't get into the end zone. They still didn't put up a touchdown. They were at the 1 yard line twice and couldn't get it in. Now, are there external reasons? Maybe. But I don't think that this offense is in better standing with Tyrod Taylor. I'm sorry. He just knows how to play, and definitely he was letting it rip more than DJ does. I think the O-line definitely gave him some PTSD, man. I said it. He looks like he's seeing ghosts. Hopefully, he's able to get back healthy, and it's all contingent on what this neck injury really is, because it's kind of up in the air. I know he's practicing, but with no contact, who knows? You can get one wrong hit, and it could hurt his neck even more. So, in my opinion, if he's healthy, he's playing. But when it comes to this Washington game, Tyrod Taylor is definitely going to be playing. I will drop a video tomorrow talking about the Commanders and the Giants. As you know, we've been owning the Commanders for a while. I'll save more for the video tomorrow, man. Subscribe down below. Road to 10K still active, man. Like the video. Comment down below your thoughts, and I'll catch y'all on the next one. Go Big Blue.